Hey everybody, it is summertime. It is day 40 of my Mountains to Sea Trail through hike in 2021. A recovery fundraiser hike for my friend Dustin and his medical bills and ongoing therapy. I am in the Croatan National Forest or wildlife area, and that is the Dogwood Shelter. A little cooking metal thing for fires. They're discouraging open fires by clearing this fire pit, and just kind of a wild area with some hammock camping posts back there, so that's kind of cool. There's a little bit of a litter around here, and there's a whole bunch of mess in the shelter, like frying pans and hoodies and pillows that people have left. Am I gonna be able to get any light in here? Let's see. Nope. You can just kind of barely see my stuff on the ground in there. And here's like all the stuff people have been leaving. Probably too dark. Anyway, mosquitoes were not as bad last night as I thought they would be. The horse flies or pond flies or whatever disappeared at dark. Got some okay sleep. I was a little warm. That's the only reason I was waking up. But anyway, can continue to Oyster Point campground or something. I know there's a camp host there and a water spigot and bathrooms. That's about 8 or 10 miles from here, so we'll get on the road and try to make it there, do a little pit stop, and keep moving on to the Woodville Baptist Church tonight, which is a church I actually stayed at in 2012. And according to the guide, it's the same pastor that used to be there, so I'll be curious to see if he remembers old summertime. Oh my gosh. As I said last night of finishing these plants. I mean, beautiful, lush greenness out here, but you can see how much water they're holding on to. And especially from my waist down, I might as well be fording a river this entire time. I'm just absolutely soaked. Anything I'm brushing against on my legs, I just feel, it feels like someone's spraying a hose at my legs in the water. I can just feel it running down my calves and sheets right into my socks and shoes. And anything waist level is just saturating my crotch. Great way to start the day. Ugh. Just stopped here at the Harlow United Methodist Church, and they're listed in the guide as trail angels, where you can stop and get some water and possibly some other hiker assistance. So I stopped, and there's a woman there, so I knocked, and she helped me get some water from the inside on their kitchen faucet and gave me a cold bottle from the refrigerator, and gave me some cookies. You know, I love chocolate chip cookies. So, and then they prayed with me and for Dustin. It was a lovely stop. two very nice ladies in there. Thank you so much. If you all ever see these videos, I appreciate it. And it is the end of day 40. Pulled a big one. Let's see, 17, 12, I don't know, 28 miles or so to get here to the Woodville Baptist Church in Betty, North Carolina, just across the boundary line of Betty. This is the same church I stayed at in 2012, and when I came up on them in 2012, there were people here doing a church service, and they had me in for Bible study, and the sermon just happened to be about helping strangers who are traveling along the road. So when I walked up here, I immediately recognized it, and when I called the pastor to see if I could stay here tonight, his name's Terry, and I was like, that sounds really familiar, but I'm not sure if it's the same guy, but it's definitely the same guy. And this is where I camped in 2012. Now I think just because I was like the 31st person or something who reported through hiking this trail since it started in the 1970s. So like I've said a lot, in 2012 there weren't a lot of other hikers out here, and I think I may have been one of the first hikers to stay here. Scott Ward, who wrote the guide I was following back then, obviously asked the churches if it was okay and told them about the trail, so I guess he might have stayed here too, or at least made the introduction. But this is where I slept in 2012, and Terry, without remembering that I stayed here back then, suggested, he said, most hikers just stay up here under the vestibule. And so I like the tradition is still going. If the folks were here, it'd be they welcomed me inside in 2012 to get water in the water fountain, use the bathroom and stuff, and get some snacks. I'm a little late today, so we'll see if I meet anybody like Terry or anybody else tomorrow. That'd be nice to catch up, but otherwise I'm just going to get some good rest here and keep on moving.